Hello, everyone. This is BizChicksTV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools on how to do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we are here with TJ Online. She's live everywhere. Terry Johnson Online, our favorite marketing strategist. And she's here to talk to you about how to get the news out about your business. So, you know what? We might want to sit back, relax, and take some serious notes, guys. Now, if you're looking for TJ online, I want you to know that you can find her at all of these different places. Yep, take a screenshot of that because we want you to be able to connect with her. You don't want to miss any nuggets. Okay. Plus, she's going to be coming back after the show with her after show on her own website, on her Facebook page, and you want to be able to take advantage of that. So, in the meantime, we just want you to know that Terry Johnson is online everywhere trying to help you out with your business. All right. How you doing this morning, Terry?
I'm doing pretty good today. How are you doing?
All is well.
Good. I
All is
see we're
well.
both in black. It's like, okay, what's going on?
We got the memo. The choir is in session.
Yes, we are in session. I'm glad you said that. So everybody that's watching, please share this post wherever you are. We're not going to list the places that we are broadcasting. So wherever you are, please share this out. And why? Because you're helping us out, reach more people, and two, you're going to help those people that you share this post to. They're going to get the information that you're getting. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes. So
Yeah.
we want to say thank you for sharing and subscribing to these different YouTube channels. And we really appreciate the fact that you're here today.
Yes.
So
Thank
welcome,
you.
welcome,
So if
welcome.
you're here, say hi. Give a shout.
We
Say
got a
say
shout
whatever.
out
Just
from
just keep it nice and clean.
thank you. Thank you, Fern. Yes.
Thank you so much. All right, so this is Tuesday on the BizChicks TV, and we talk digital marketing and marketing
Mhm.
for business owners. And today's topic is strategy versus tactics. And I felt that this was the time to talk about it. Just I was like, what should we talk about? Because I'm always talking about digital marketing strategy, and
Yes.
there may be some people who don't know what that is. What is
This is
strategy?
true.
Also, you hear a lot of you hear, and this is me. I'm saying I hear people talk about tactics. So I was like, it's time to explain the difference. So
Okay.
strategy versus tactics, and it has to do with your business and your strategy. Now,
Mhm.
I'm going to always start out with the definition, like, okay, what is it? And officially, so and let me, before I give you the definition, it's like, where do these terms come from? They're actually
Okay.
military terminology
Mm.
determined from Sun Tzu, and I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. This is a person that wrote a book called The Art of War, that
Oh
it was used for
yes.
military, but now these terms and these things have transitioned into business. So you've heard strategy, you heard tactics, but what are they really? So they use it now in business, but that's where it started from. So let's talk about it. So
Mhm.
strategy or strategic planning is used to that set destination and how you're going to get there. Tactical planning is outlining the specific actions you're going
Mhm.
to take along the way. Now, I like to make this simple. So, strategy is your plan to achieve the goal that you want. The tactics are the action that you take to make that a reality.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay, so the plan.
Strategy is the action plan that takes you where you want to go, the goal that you set. The
Mhm.
tactics are the steps that you take, the action that you take that get you there. So, for example, I thought this was a good one. People say, I want to lose weight. Okay.
Mhm.
The strategy is, I want to lose 10 pounds by the end of the year. That's doable, right? Because we're in December. No, we're
Mhm.
in November. So that's about a month and a half, maybe a month. You might be able to do it, but that's your strategy is, I want to lose this amount by this time. I'm just saying the end of the year. It could be next year. And you could do these, people are going to do these in January, they're called resolutions. But you're going to set the plan, the strategy. But how do you achieve that? That's the tactics. Those are the steps. So if you want to lose weight by X amount, by 5 pounds by the end of the year, or whatever it is, you have to say, okay, I have to eat less. I have to eat salads. I have to exercise. I have to cut out sweets. I have to cut out whatever. Those are the tactics. Tactics are steps.
Okay. So
strategy is the overall plan.
Strategy is the plan. Tactics are the actions you take.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, what is it?
You know what? I never thought about it. We sort of use these terms interchangeably, Terry.
Yes. That's why it came to me. I was like, we need to talk about this.
And Farron James says, hey, this is perfect. This will be her first Black Friday sale. And she needs to know what you're talking about.
Okay. So now marketing terms, because this is, we talk about digital marketing. So how does this translate into marketing? Think about your marketing strategy. And I always talk about, you got to have a strategy. You have to have a plan, especially when you're online. It's your overall plan and objectives, your goals. So your marketing strategy, I want 5 new clients by the end of the year. I want a 10% increase in sales in 6 months. I want to increase my followers by X amount by this time period. You set that. Okay.
So
that's like plan? Setting the intention. Yeah.
Okay. So
strategy. That's the strategy. The strategy is the tent. And this is how I thought about it. I said the strategy is the tent. The tactics are the things that go in the tent. Like if you're having a wedding, what goes in the wedding? What goes into the tent? A DJ, the tables. See, so that's what I want you to see. The strategy is the overall plan.
I love it when we paint those kinds of pictures, because I can relate to that.
And yes, that's the point. We need to make this simple. I know the marketing terminology and all of this, but people out there may not, or you're confused, or we need a refresher, whatever the reason. But I want to make it simple for you. So that's what I was like, okay, it's like, I want to lose weight. I'm going to lose 5 pounds by the end of the year. How do you do that? Those are the tactics, the steps you take. Same thing for you having a wedding or a party or whatever. I'm going to get the tent. And that's your strategy. I'm going to get the tent. What goes in the tent? That makes the party a success. That's the other part of it. You can throw junk in there, but in the tent, but is it a successful event? No, because you threw in old chairs or broken this or that. You want to throw in stuff that's going to make people happy. That's going to have a successful event. That's the real goal.
Yes. And I want to say to you guys, don't just throw it in there. Place it in there in an organized way.
No, I mean, some people they
rearrange it.
It depends. And again, I love this example of the tent because it depends on your budget, especially as far as having a business. You don't have unlimited money. So when you're throwing a wedding or an event or something, you don't have unlimited money. So you have to say, well, what can we get for this amount of money that's going to make this inside look gorgeous and people are happy and dancing and drinking and talking, and like at the end of the night, wow, that was a great event, a party or whatever. So that's why I thought that was the best example, because I'm always throwing out, you got to have a strategy to be successful online, and you do. And people go, well, what's a strategy? It's just your plan. And it's like a business plan. I heard someone was talking about their business, and they were giving out tips about, well, they made a plan. All they did was write down in a journal. They didn't say, oh, a business plan, I got to get a PowerPoint, and I got to get this template, and I got to get, no, you just simply write down, this is my strategy. This is what I want to do. And as business owners do that, we have a tendency to run out and we got to buy the software.
Yes.
We got to spend money. And especially when you're doing stuff on social media. I want to start a YouTube channel. I got to go out and get a $2,000 camera. You got one of these? You got one of these? You ready to go? You're ready to go. So don't overthink it. Your strategy, and I use that terminology because that's what it is. It's a strategy. It's an overall goal with a series of steps that's going to help you achieve the goal.
Yes.
Right? So it can be simple.
A series of steps to help you achieve
The
The
goal is
goal.
the strat. You're going to set the overall intention, and then
Mm-hmm.
you say, well, how do I get that? And in business, it's like I want 5 more clients by in 3 months, or I want 10 more clients in 3 months, or I want 100 signups in my online course in a month, or whatever
Mm-hmm.
it is you're doing. You have to say, I want X by time. So X, X is I want X, whatever it
Mm-hmm.
is, by time. Then
Mm-hmm.
that means in a week, in a month, next year.
Yes. So Dryer Buzz is here,
Hey,
and we want to
Giant
say
Buzz.
good
Hey,
morning.
Yolanda. So this is the thing. So when you
Mm-hmm.
hear strategies, just think, what is my plan? And
Mm-hmm.
when you're a business owner and you're online social media, because, and we talk about this all the time, I say social media changes all the time because the apps change, the purposes change, the
All right.
algorithm change, and then you get, not you, I'm just saying that when I'm online and in my business groups and I'm everywhere listening to conversations, people are upset and saying, well, this doesn't work, ads don't work, posting on social media doesn't work, my podcast doesn't have XYZ. Well, what's your strategy? What's
Mm.
your strategy? Did you just decide, I'm going to start a podcast because everybody else is starting a podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Hold your brakes. Is a podcast good for your strategy?
What
Though
you
I don't
do.
have a strategy, then you have some work to do because you have to decide, is my audience there?
Mm-hmm.
Will they hear me? Will they be able to see me? What are the steps I have to do if I really want to make this podcast thing work? What are the steps I have to do to amplify my podcast so more people are exposed to it? All of those things go into your strategy. Those are tactics.
Mm-hmm. Good
What am I
morning,
going to do?
Dr. Tachi. Good morning.
Hey, Dr. Tachi, what am I going to do to
Mm-hmm.
amplify this podcast so I get more listeners, more downloads, more exposure, and people are going or are actually executing my call to action? Because you have to have one of those. You have to decide where you're going to send people in order to be what? Successful with your business goal.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't willy-nilly. Well, I heard that social media thing. That's how you get clients. That's how you get customers. Yes, but it's not that simple. It sounds simple. There's a lot of work. So that's what I mean when I talk strategy. What is your plan? And it can be simple as I got a composition book, a notebook, a paper pen, and I write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I do, I use Asana, an Asana app on my phone because I always have my phone. So whenever I have an idea or I want to do something or I want to make a note to go to my strategy or whatever, I just pick up my phone and go to Asana and say what I need to say. I don't even have to type because it has an option to turn my
Dictate.
voice into text.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you do it the way, what I'm saying is you do it the way you want to do it. Paper and pen is fine. You don't have to go out and get, I need business planning software. No, you
Well,
don't.
I love my iPad and I love being able to just take my
Yes.
pencil because I'm very tactile.
Yes.
But at the same time, I don't like a lot of paper. This
Right.
way, on Notability, I can go in and I can make a note or
That's
I
a good
can
app.
dictate. I can,
Yeah.
so there are a lot of tools in there that we can use.
Yes, that's a great app. Thank you for mentioning that. Notability. I have that on my
I
iPad because
love
you
that
can,
app.
if you have an iPad with the pencil, you just pull up the notability and it's just like writing on paper. But there's some
Mhm,
people that they want paper and pen or whatever
mhm,
it is that gets your idea out of your head and onto something that becomes reality. Because you can think about it, but you have to put it down, look at it in order to execute it. Execute it means what are the steps?
mhm, mhm,
So you want your business to grow and be successful online. Well, what's your strategy? I want to have sales revenue of XYZ by 6 months or the end of the year, whatever the time frame. And then you say, okay, how do I do that? Maybe I need to run ads. Maybe I need to start a blog. Maybe I need a podcast. Maybe I need to start a YouTube channel. But all of that, finding out the steps is, where's my audience?
mhm,
Now, the thing about YouTube, and I wanted to mention that specifically, is because everybody needs to start a YouTube channel. It is hard. Yes, it is hard,
mhm,
but YouTube has the staying power.
mm.
Has anybody heard of YouTube going down?
I, I,
Have you heard of Facebook going down all the time?
mm,
Twitter used to go down. It used to have a fail whale, and when it was down, and what I mean is down, you can't access it, so you can't put your messages out and talk to your customers, your clients,
Mhm.
your audience. So, do you want to be someplace that's stable, hard
Mm.
but stable?
I like the way you said that.
And
Stable. Yeah,
yes,
it registered.
yes. So, and another thing I'm bringing up Will Smith for a reason because he has a book out this week, and I read it came out last week. And I read his book, and he has a story in there about his dad making him and his brother. His bro, he's 9, his brother's like 5 or something, 6 or something, and his father has a store, and he was the something about the brick wall on the front. He didn't something about it needed to be redone. So instead of hiring some adults, he told his kids, "Y'all are going to do that." And Will
Mhm.
was like, "What? What?" So they had to do it like after school and on the weekends. It took like a year to put this
Mm.
thing up. But he told this story. He said his father was tired of him grumbling about the daggone wall. You know, he said something else. And Will's father said to him, "You see this brick? All you gotta do is lay one perfect brick. Forget about the wall, the big picture. Lay one brick perfectly." And see, because they had to mix, he said they had to mix the concrete.
Oh, okay. So they were building a
Oh
wall.
yeah, no, like adults, like
Yeah.
the concrete. They had to mix it.
Bricklayers.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, bricklayer. So, and he's 9, and his brother
Well,
is like
what
6.
better time to learn a skill?
Right. So, so he told this story because that instilled in him his work ethic. He said, I don't look at the big picture. I say, can I do this one thing perfectly?
I love
And
it.
then you move on to the next brick and put that perfectly. So what I mean is you don't look at the end goal of I need to build a YouTube channel because it's hard and I need
Mhm.
1,000 subscribers and I need 4,000 watch hours and all of the things that go into it. You just have to do the one thing perfectly consistently. See, he left that part out. Consistently. You put the one
Yes,
brick consistently, and then when you're done, and he said it took them a year, at the end of it, they were really proud because they accomplished
certainly.
something, and his father taught them lessons that they carry now. He's like 50 something years old. So he's like, those lessons are instilled in him. But that what I mean is about putting in the work of you don't go, oh, that's hard. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to do one video. I'm going to do one post, but do it every day or consistently on your schedule. And you will
Mhm.
look back and say, hey, I started 3 years ago and now my YouTube channel has this many subscribers and this much views. And it's a goal that you met. But that's what you do. You have to say, I'm building a business online. I'm trying to grow my business. I'm trying to get things going. And remember, we talk about revenue here. We don't talk about, well, I got 1 million followers and this many likes. And I said, well, I always say you can't take the likes to the bank. You take the money to the bank. So you have to do the things to get the end goal as business owners is the revenue. What's
Yes,
in your bank account? So those are the activities we need to focus on. And the ones that don't put money in the bank, don't focus on those. Focus on the ones that do. So again, if you're doing your strategy is I want to do X by Y. I want this to happen in this time frame. And then you say, what are the steps to do that? When we're talking social media online, I'm gonna if I don't have a podcast, should I start a podcast? Is
mhm,
that an option for me to do? Should I start a YouTube channel if I don't have it? Or TikTok?
mhm,
You
mhm.
might want to start a TikTok channel because that's where the attention is, which gives you the exposure where you tell your message and then you give the call to action, you build a relationship, and then you get the sale. And you want to get the sale many times. You don't just a one and done customer. You want them all the time. You want them in your ecosystem. So you have to think about the steps that you have to do. And I know, and here, Farron, if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, so we
I
were
love,
pronouncing your name right, Farron. Is
yeah,
it like
let me know.
Farron with the F?
Yeah. I love TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok is where the attention is. We've talked about TikTok so many times on here in the last 2 years. I'm like, it's not, if you're not a dancing teenager, don't dance. Do you on TikTok.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
won't, you might not get 2 million followers, but you'll get some followers, enough for you to get exposure to your business, and you tell them to click on that link, which goes to your website, your landing page, your whatever, your email list. Those are the steps we do as business owners. Because I said before, influencers have another track.
Mhm.
They want
Mhm.
likes and followers, because that's the clout that they take to the brand or the company and say, look, I have X amount of followers. I have this many engagement. Let's do a brand deal where I promote your brand. We're not doing that. Business owners aren't doing that. I mean, you can. There is some places where, as a
But
business
it's
owner, you
rare.
can. Right, but that's not our main focus. That's not our focus. Is not, likes are good. I'm not saying
Mhm.
likes are,
Mhm.
focus. Don't focus on that. Focus on what's in my bank account at the end of the day, or the week, or the month, or whatever the time frame you set. So your strategy, if it's that, you're going to say, well, what do I need to do? And there's several steps that you need to do, and they're all, it's not one size fit all. That's another thing with the information that's online now, from everybody's online talking about marketing and this and that. And I'm like, well, they're giving you a generic one size fit all, where everybody's business is different.
True.
Right.
And
And
everybody's audience can vary.
that's right. It does. It does. So somebody telling you, well, you can get everybody. No, no, we're not going to get everybody. You're going to get the people that want to follow you. Why? Because they're bought into you and what you do, your products, your services, and they will follow you consistently. And even if they drop off and stop following you or responding or whatever, if you keep it up, they might jump back into the fold of, oh, I remember I used to follow so and so because they did this, offered that, whatever. Let me go
Mhm.
back and see what they're doing. And boom, you're consistently there with updated information. And you're like, hey, I'm glad you're back. It's like,
Mhm.
it's kind of like church where, what they call on the backslider, and then they come back. Everybody's like, hey, welcome back. We
Welcome back.
missed you. Let me catch you up. So
Mhm.
that's what
Mhm.
you do. That's what you want to think about. Farron has a big comment here if you want to read it.
Yeah, she says she likes both. Either way we pronounce her name, I guess it's
Okay.
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 She says she enjoys dancing, being silly, blessing people. So you're in the right place with resources and knowledge. She says she provides personal development services and products.
See, that's what
So,
it is. You have to
mhm,
know what you offer.
mhm.
That's good. And Tachi says, oh, go
Oh,
ahead. Go ahead.
Tachi says, not the backsliders. Yes.
It just, I'm telling you, when we're here on Tuesday, the examples just pop up in my head. I was like, okay, church and backslide. That's the terminology. I don't like
Yes.
that terminology. I'm like, don't,
Well,
they're here. Okay.
welcome
Just
home.
be
Yes.
happy that they're here for the day.
Yes.
You're there every Sunday. Great for you. Great for you. But don't do that, because that keeps, the backsliders from coming, because. But that's a whole, we're not gonna
That's a
get into
whole
the whole
nother,
church
that's a whole
discuss.
nother
Yeah,
Drake
let's
right
not
there.
get into the whole church
What does
discussion.
Farron say? Farron has said, you are
Okay, great.
pronouncing my name correct. Okay,
Thank
Farron.
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I mean, does anybody have any questions about this tactics versus strategy versus tactics? Now we're gonna go into it some more. If you follow me over at noon on my page, Terry, just go to terryjohnsononline.live, or if you're here watching on Facebook, go to the Biz Chicks page. There's a post there, or you can go to the Biz Chicks group, or you can go to Terry Johnson Online on Facebook. However you decided, and the YouTube. We're in many different places. So it has to be convenient for you to join. Whatever's
Yes.
convenient. And we're gonna talk more about this. And like I said, I was like, well, what am I gonna talk about this week? And I said strategy. I talk about strategy a lot, but does everybody know what strategy
You know,
really is?
I really didn't think about the difference between strategy and tactics. And I think it really needed clarification.
Yeah, because I hear people talking about and I follow a lot of business people and financial stuff, and they talk about tactics, and I'm like, okay, let's get the terminology straight, because you want to have this straight, because it's the way to be successful and grow your business online. You want to have a plan. I always say you want to have a plan, because you don't want to wander in the desert.
Exactly. And how many, when you get in the car, what's the first thing the kids say? Where are we going?
Yeah, the GPS
What's
is
the
your
plan?
strategy.
What's
Yeah. Yeah.
even kids know you need a plan.
Yeah. And
Uh,
it doesn't have to be difficult. Okay.
yes. So Terry Farron says this is helpful. Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
Dr. Tashi says this is good. It is
Thank
good,
you.
Doc. I agree. And
Thank
she's
you.
giving a shout out to Yolanda. I really thank you for clearing this up. I want to say again that if you're looking for Terry, she's going to be on in 30 minutes from now on her channel and on Facebook. And this is where you can find her. TerryJohnsonOnline.live will take you there. You can find her also on our Facebook page or in the Facebook group. In addition to that, you need to make sure you have your pencil when she's talking so that you can capture all this information. We want you to know that we would love for you to be a part of the Biz Chicks community, and you can do that simply by texting biz to 33777 and
Banner for that.
join. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking.
You can find it. Yeah, we have so many banners. Did you
I
see it?
know I'm scrolling through here.
I got it. I got it.
Good. Thank you so much. So you can simply text biz to 33777 and become a part of the Biz Chicks community. We'd love to have you. We love for you to share with other Biz Chicks because we believe in supporting one another and from buying from one another. So you want to make sure you're in there and let people know what it is that you do. In addition to that, there's Terry Johnson Online. That's where you can find TJ everywhere. Tomorrow we'll be talking with Coach Karen, our, what would you call her? She is our she does the show Profits in Daily. So she's constantly talking to us about our money mindset. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah,
She
money
wants the
mindset.
Money Mindset Academy. So you can tune in tomorrow and catch her live. In addition to that, we want to thank you so much for tuning in today.
Thank you.
We want to remind you to go to the front of your own line. And we want to say to TJ, thank you so much. We appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
All of you in the audience, Dr. Tachi, Farron.
And hey to the replay, because we
Yeah,
know people replay gang. People watching the
exactly.
replay.
Yolanda and everyone else who's been watching live, we want to remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channels, and we'll see you tomorrow. Remember, go to the front of your own line. Have a great day. Bye-bye.